All right, so our crime case is another sports theme, and it is about moving on from basketball, going straight into football.
Yes.
It's about Robert Bob Rozier
Rozier Jr.
And we know it's Rozier. We looked it up because y'all try to come for us a little bit.
Listen, I understand it. I think this case should be called Second Chances.
You think second chances?
I do. I know you think it should be called something different, but
yeah, I think it should be called Lie, Cheat, Kill.
I mean, he did lie. He cheated. Isn't that a song?
It is, but
okay. But I mean, I just think that this is like okay. So you guys tell us if after you listen, if you think we should call it Second Chances or Lie, Cheat, Kill. You'll understand it once we get to the end.
Right. So Robert was born July 28th, 1955 in Anchorage, Alaska. Now, he was an Army brat, military brat. His parents were both in the Air Force, so he was born in Anchorage, but he pretty much lived a little bit of everywhere. That was until his mom and dad settled in California. Now, he attended Cordova High School, which is located in Rancho Cordova, California, which I believe is a suburb. If that's wrong, feel free to correct me, guys. But the population there was just a lot more white people who lived in that area and went to that school, and there just wasn't a whole bunch of people that looked like us.
Not a lot of diversity.
Yeah, not a lot of diversity. So this kind of, the reason I believe everybody says things with a purpose. So it is intentional that I am bringing this fact up. Now, many remark that he was not a typical Army brat. Like, he was very quiet, but also playful. And he excelled socially and athletically. However, his grades were a completely different story, okay? Because MD, on the GPA scale, this baby had a 1.32 GPA.
Jeez.
I mean, that's a D.
Like, he basically just showed up at school. He was like, present,
and they got him just a little point.
I mean, he signed his name on the roll.
He did. But, I mean, he later dropped out of high school, and we don't really know what led to this, but obviously having a 1.32 GPA doesn't help this at all. So, even though his academics were suffering, this did not hinder him into fully becoming a professional football player. Now, let me just give y'all some statistics. He was 6'4", 240 pounds. He could do a 10-foot vertical leap. And he could run 40 yards in 4.7 seconds and also bench press 375 pounds.
He was a stud.
Absolutely. Built for football, okay? Now, despite his grades, his gift for football definitely propelled him. So he actually attended Gary Harper's College, which was a community college, and he only attended there for one semester. Now, what you guys may find interesting is, he did not get his GED. We know he didn't finish high school.
I mean, because he had a 1.32 GPA.
So, MD, explain to the people.
This is what I'm saying. He obviously had a gift. And this is the thing. When you are extremely gifted and talented, people will figure out how to make a way. They will break rules, make exceptions. Cheat. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Because I don't know if it was a second chance or just a cheating chance.
I mean, listen.
Sound like
here it is.
Chance.
Second chance, privilege. Here we go.
Okay, so he attended there for one semester and eventually was recruited by University of California, Berkeley. And once again, we are looking at fraudulent behavior, okay?
Why do you say that's fraudulent?
That's fraudulent because he didn't do what was required to go to school. That's cheating.
Oh.
Because when you enter college, if I was just a regular student and I didn't play football, if I had a 1.32 GPA and I didn't finish high school, then I'm required to then go and get a GED to go to college. Those are the rules.
Yeah, it's definitely unfair to those of regular people who's not 6'4", runs 4'7", benches 600 and something pounds.
Okay, are y'all giving the heavy implication of cheating? Okay.
Got
Just,
it.
we got to cover all our bases here. So he stayed at Berkeley for about 2 years. Now, his position was defensive end, and the leader of the football team described him as being the best athlete on the team. Now, however, it was also said that he was a manipulator and a habitual liar.
Habitual.
Yeah.
Like when I hear habitual liar, I just think back to like when I was younger, and I used to say that, because it was a big word, and I thought I was like really smart to say habitual liar. But there's also a pathological liar, and I just want to know, like, do you know the difference between a habitual liar and a pathological liar?
Well, I would say, now I don't know the exact definition, but I believe like when I hear pathological liar, I think neurology, I think pathways, neural pathways. And so I think it has something to do with like you're hardwired to do so.
It's a compulsion.
Yes. Whereas a habitual liar is not necessarily.
You just kind of created a
You
habit.
created that habit. It was a habit that was created. It can be broken.
So habitual liars, do they often lead to? You don't know these questions. I'm just wondering.
Google, girl.
Habitual liars may have a tendency to lead to a pathological liar based on that.
Good questions.
Yeah.
If y'all know,
If y'all know